you don't want to be ranked number 1 in 8th grade. You want to be ranked when you finish high school.
Right.
That's how you get to college now. Don't be ranked in the beginning. Be ranked at the end. The people who receive all of that attention early on, they usually decline because they're under a microscope.
Yeah.
I tell kids, hey, stay away from the rankings. Like, I hide kids. I literally hide kids from social media.
Let go. Hey, okay, I know I'm here to say. Counting on my wins, so I can't play it safe. Trying to go against us, get you out the way. Go hard, it's the only way to play. Let me say, I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Who can do it better? I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Hey, look.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Sportsing. I'm Gloria Govan.
And I'm Erica Lynn O'Keefe.
And we have someone really special here for you guys today. He has actually personally coached my boys for sure. Elijah, my nephew, he's coached a handful of athletes and players that you will absolutely know. And we'll dive into that in a little bit. But first, help me welcome Todd Wilson.
Thank you. Thank you for the Todrick.
clap.
Thank you for the Todrick.
Todrick.
I feel like my parents should have named me that.
Yeah.
As many people randomly call
Yes.
me Todrick in the world.
Let me tell you,
Absolutely.
when I first heard Derek say it, and I was like, who are you talking to? And he was like, Todd. And I was like, well, why do you keep calling him Todrick? And I was like, what? He was like, he loves it. I was like, does he? But anyway, well, welcome here. Thank you for
Thank you.
making the time.
Yes.
He was
absolutely.
supposed to be our second guest on the podcast, everybody.
But Gloria
And
messed it up.
I totally screwed that one up. So, I appreciate you. Now he's got to drive longer. He gave me hell for it. But I brought him a ginger ale. So, woohoo.
And the ginger ale was popping.
There you
So
go.
thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
I like it. I
Glad
like
to
your
be
style.
here.
Well, let's dive in. Let's dive into this.
Yes.
So you have created a basketball core program. Like, break that down for me. Why is that important? Why was it important to you? What's the difference between that and regular school? Like, help parents understand.
No, absolutely. We founded Core Prep Academy in 2015. It was out of a need for a kid. That's
One kid.
one kid. That's how it started with one kid. His name is Johnny Juzang, who was most recently on the Utah Jazz, playing in the NBA now. So awesome. Always get
Right.
the
Yeah,
my success story. Like the first kid
They
made
were
it.
going to the NBA, okay?
Right?
And he just wanted an opportunity to be able to train more during the school day. I was a full-time trainer at the time, which means I had nothing to do between the 8 hours of 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. till kids got out of school. I was like, I'll watch him do his homework. I'll train him. I'll do it all. And Maxie, his father, said, really, I might have some other people who are interested. And he started telling people about it. I had a meeting. I still have the PowerPoint. I did this little PowerPoint, put a program together, and it's still the foundation of what we do now. Is school sports service is our thing, where you have a real academic environment. Sports, your training, performance training, and then service. We have community service and life skills all attached to the program. The way we have it now is it's inside of private schools. So instead of kids doing a traditional PE class, they come and do sports training with, high level trainers in their sport. And then they have the performance training, and then we have the life skills program all in your school day. So parents can get their hours back, after school. And these kids are learning how to work. Has nothing to do with the sports. Like, when we love something, we do it all day, every day. And that's what it's teaching them is, hey, you want to have this career in basketball. This is what it's going to take. It's putting the work in every day.
No, that's
Love
so
it.
dope. I love that. Because a lot of kids, there's such a distinguished, there's what is it? And DNA. There's, schools that are specific to just basketball. That's all you do is hoop. They kind of take out the educational portion of it. So what I loved most about your program is that it still allows kids to be kids and go to school and have those type of experiences, like go to prom and, have assignments due and still learn, what's really necessary to be an active part of the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the part, the traditional experience, right, of a normal social environment, normal academic environment, absolutely. And those schools have adjusted, actually. Even DNA, they have a normal school environment now. People are adjusting to the new model which we've been doing for years. Our first year was homeschool. And that's when I realized we'll never, ever do this again.
That ain't going to work.
I was the coach, the uncle, the transportation service. I was everything.
Exactly.
And I'm like, these kids need some people, and they need to be around females. It was 8 boys sitting in a conference room this big with me.
Not gonna
and it was just Like, okay,
Not these-
let's make this a little more balanced.
Yes.
Can we take these boys need some females?
Okay, listen, you need a
lot of
woman around at the
testosterone.
end of the day in any capacity.
I love that. That's so
And we
dope.
only operate in middle school. That's what makes our program special. 6th through 8th grade.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so we get them right after or right when they're going through puberty. So we take a lot of pressure off parents to deal with all that mess and then have them ready for high school. So
Yeah, I don't know why you do that to
I love
yourself.
it. I don't know why either.
I know it's such an interesting age group. I mean, I can see where it could be fun with the age group though, even though,
They're hard.
Yeah,
That's a hard age.
That's when they get to talking
Yeah.
reckless, but it's a really cool age group. So you really are based in legacy and faith, and you talk about one thing you lead with is love God and love people. Can you talk about the significance of that and how you implement it both in the school, what you're doing, and just life in general?
No, absolutely. Love God, love people is, I think people get caught up on religious things too much. And Jesus made it very simple, right? There's 2 commandments you live by. You love the Lord your Father with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and love your neighbor as you love yourself.
That's it.
And if we keep it that simple, how I take it is this, is like we love God, right? He is the ultimate being. He's our higher power. But also it tells us that we're made in his image. And so we have to love ourselves. And so when I say love God, yes, we love God, but we love the image that he created us to be. So we have to love ourselves first. And then in doing that, we'll be able to love our neighbor. And if we show that love and extend it to each other, then we live in love. I just keep it simple. If I love you, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to treat you wrong.
I'm not going to harm
I'm
you.
not going to let other people treat you wrong. And so it encompasses so many things with simple words where people try to, become religious and law-abiding Pharisees is what I call them. You become pharisaical. Oh, the Bible says don't do this, don't do that. Hey, let's keep it simple.
Yeah.
Let's keep it simple.
Really easy. Yeah.
I love that and couldn't agree more.
Right. And you put that into your program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's that's what the bigger picture is, right?
Okay.
Is we're teaching them how to do life, but we are teaching them how to love God and love themselves, right? And through everything they experience in this middle school age, they need an anchor. And that's what's special about the boys, even their class specifically, like 2026, 2027 class, they're so together. Like
They're
even
really
down
tight.
in Peach Jam, they're on 2 separate teams. Half the kids are on Paul George Elite, half of them are on Team Why Not. But they go to each other's games.
Yeah.
They're literally always hanging
Yeah,
out. There
it's
was a
so-
bond that was created because the center of that is God. I actually had a parent who told me that, Dennis Northcutt. He was like, man, he told me this at a game last year. He's like, man, what you did for those kids is crazy. I was like, what did I do? And he said, you gave them a foundation of God that they can always run back to. And I'm like, oh, dope. That's what I wanted to do. Like, it worked.
Yes, I love that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
the core
no.
values. I mean, I think that's why it was smart to do that age group because that age group is where they're starting to fully develop their core values and understand kind of who they are starting to be in this world. What have you found since you've been doing the program has been a really, every kid has their own unique thing, obviously. But if there was a core through line that you're finding that age group really needs from the adults in their lives, especially as you're encouraging whatever aspirations and ambitions they may have in sport or whatever it might be, like what have you found to be like their need at that time?
Identity. 100% identity every time because they're in that stage where they're thinking they're old enough to manage their own life, but they are nowhere close. And they are intaking everything from the environment around them, right? They have the parents, they have their coaches, they have their friends, they have social media now telling them who they should be and who they should become, but they need to be told who they are already, that they're made in God's image. What does that mean? That you have a purpose in this world that's beyond basketball, specifically for the kids that we deal with. You have a purpose beyond basketball. You have a purpose beyond this game and being cool and all this other stuff. No, you have a deeper meaning. What is that? What are you going to do when that ball stops bouncing? Who are you when a basketball is not around? And so we just try to give them identity to be strong, respectful, faithful young men that are committed to something, whatever it is. Well, as long as it's good, you can be committed to some bad things too. But committed, and along with that identity is accountability. And I think that's what they respect. A lot of parents are afraid to parent nowadays. They want to be their kid's friend instead of their teacher, mentor, leader. And kids miss out on being held accountable by other adults. And so they know when they come around me, they still, not her boys, but everybody else, they cuss around me. No, but a lot of them, seriously, they have a lot of respect.
Sure.
They don't cuss around me still. They know certain things that they know they could talk to me about anything, but the environment that we keep extends beyond us in the school, in the gym. It's like, yo, Coach Todd's around. There's a decorum.
Yeah.
There's a way we should act, and they know they hold each other to that accountability too.
Sure.
I love that. Do you feel like that's what parents are missing? Like when the difference between raising athletes and raising people, is that having that accountability, having that clear line of like a parent and not a friend, right? When we grew up, we always heard, I'm not your little friend. Not your little friend.
Now my mama wouldn't be my little friend.
Yeah,
Like,
girl, always trying to go somewhere
to my
with me.
daughter last night. I just said it to her last night.
You're her little friend?
I'm not her little friend. I'm not your little. Don't talk to me like that. Talking about some bro.
She's
like,
5.
I didn't even do that, bro. Like, hold on.
who are you talking to?
You're like, you need to go in the program. That is it. You need to go in the core program, man.
Right.
That's funny. Do you feel like that's a difference, though? Because that is wild. We have this soft parenting era that's just beyond me.
It's a mixture of that and a mixture of us trying not to be like our parents, right? I find myself doing that. So, perfect example. Last night, I told my daughter, I said, hey, can you clean up the living room? It's toys. It's going to take her 2 minutes at the most. And as I walk away, she says, it's muffled. I'm like,
Excuse me?
I said, what'd you say? You said, yes, daddy? Because that's all you should be really saying is yes, daddy. And she said, no. And I give her this rule. If you can ask me a question. You can't tell me what to do. You can always ask me a question about whatever. Because we never had that liberty, right? To understand why I was getting this whooping. Like, I just got it. We just figured it out eventually, right? But I think it messed my brother up. Like him being disciplined for not knowing why.
Right.
Yep.
I saw him get disciplined. I'm like, I don't want none of that.
Correct.
It was easy for me. And so for her, I let her ask questions. She said, how come Toddy was my son? How come Toddy doesn't have to clean up? He's the one who made the mess. I said, that's a fair question.
Fair.
And I said, you don't ever have to ask me that again, though, because this is why. You have to clean up because I asked you to, because you live in this house and you don't pay any bills. And this is the only way you can contribute to this household right now is by listening and cleaning this house. And I said, so if I ask you to clean the house ever again, just clean it without asking. You don't have to ask me. You can't ask me a question about that anymore. Now she knows. She cried her whole way through it. And then she finished cleaning. She came and gave me a hug. And this is the thing. Parents are afraid to put the hammer down on their kid because they think they're not going to love them.
Right.
Because they might not love their parents because of how they were raised, right? But she came and gave me a hug and said, I'm going to listen, Daddy. And we did our bedtime routine and woke up this morning. Everything is great. And guess what? Next time I ask her to clean something, she's just going to do it.
Yeah.
Because she knows why. I took the patience and time and wasn't angry when I explained it to her, right? I think it's so emotionally extreme when it's talking about people in basketball specifically. That divide is, yes, being their leader and telling them what to do and being strong in that, but also you're not raising a basketball player. You're raising a young man or a young woman.
Right. A human.
That's what's most important first. That game is supposed to teach them how to do that.
Right.
And so by you yelling you're yelling at the refs. By you yelling commands that a coach gives out to your kid, you're telling them, hey, disrespect the authority that's been given to you.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
That's
By
a
you
huge one.
giving them excuses with the refs, I'm sorry, we're going to get on it though, but you're giving them excuses. Hey, regardless of what's happening, the ref is calling that. I don't need you to react to those refs because life doesn't treat you like that. Life's going to be unfair. There's going to be a teacher in your classroom who's going to say you did something and you didn't do it, but you have to be respectful and you have to be above reproach. So you don't react to what they're doing. Let me handle that after that.
That's always my thing.
You know? And so I think those are the things people are trying to get these hoopers and get them to their hoop dreams without them being solid
People.
high character individuals. Yes.
Just
So,
being good
that's
people.
huge. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
You know,
that's huge.
that is such an amazing point and necessary point. We have conversation all the time about just kind of the state of youth sports and AAU in particular in this climate. And in so many programs, I do think they've lost sight of exactly what you're talking about, right? Like we did grow. Human nature, I guess, we just tend to operate in extremes, period, right? So our generation and younger is like, well, corporate punishment is terrible. And so we've decided then that's why
Cut it all
soft
off.
parenting
Yeah.
has to be. And there's as if there's no middle in there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We're in the extremes. If I cannot beat you into submission, then I'm just going to try to appease you all the way and hope that that works,
Yeah.
as opposed to I can find the structure in what you're talking about. But even in the sports medium and stuff like that, I think that because it has become a money grab now for a lot of the adults that are involved in it, because of the way the NIL and the way the transfer portals are, it's become a lot more complicated. And because everyone's desperate for something right now, whether it be the parents or the kids, whether it's desperate for attention, desperate for a way out because we're all struggling in this climate, whatever it is, everyone's going after this one small,
Right.
Very small
thing to get through, hoping that their kid is going to be that one, and it's diluted it a lot. So when you're trying to maintain your integrity behind the purpose of what you're doing with these kids that happens to be using the vehicle of sport, how do you stay in lockstep with the way that everything else is moving around you, with the rest of the programs that are around you that are kind of competitors, if you will, for their attention?
No, absolutely. I don't compete. And that's the thing is like, I have my own lane with core. Nobody does what we do and how we do it. I've been blessed with this. People have tried to simulate it, emulate it, or whatever, and they haven't been able to reach the consistent level of success. And when I say success, is people are enrolling and people are graduating and they're coming out better than what they started.
That part.
As we have, because we have a team. It ain't just me, thank God. And so, and as far as the AAU world and the basketball world, is that I've become a person of influence in this world because I'm here for these kids. So you want to sit here and argue me about your kids' playing time, blah, 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 blah. Guess what I'm going to bring up? Okay, so your son, does he know what he does in practice? Is he getting beat every day in practice? Is he not doing this defensive drill? Did he tell you about that? He hasn't. Have a conversation with him about how he's performing in practice before you come and talk to me about playing time. I turn it back to the kid every single time. And because I don't think there's anybody who cares as much as I do about a kid inside of the basketball space of being high character and being a good basketball player. I want to do both. And so I turn it back on the focus back onto the kid. And so even these AAU programs, I have conversations with these people all the time. Like, I don't want them playing for you. Why? Oh, because you play favorites. I'll just say what it is.
I love
Hey,
that.
you play
Yeah.
favorites, man.
Good for you.
Show me one time you didn't play favorites. Okay, is he really going to get playing time? No. I deal with these high school coaches.
Yeah.
Oh, I want him to come here. Cool. Is he going to play? Who's he going to compete with? When is he going to get playing time? Just be real with me. It's okay if he gets playing time his junior year. We're good. What's the development plan before that?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have a written development plan? I have a written development plan for every single one of these kids. I don't know if you guys probably even know that. I know exactly the route all these kids need to take to get to their goals because we talk about them in the beginning of court.
Sure.
And so I know the route.
Sure.
It's
Yeah.
simple. There's 2 kids where we did this and every single one of their goals was met. Now, there was hiccups in the road.
Of course. Yeah.
Sky Clark, when he was in 7th grade, we wrote down every camp, every accolade, every offer he wanted, Team USA tryouts, everything. I still have the piece of paper. Everything he wanted, he hit every single one of them.
That's fire.
Every single one of them. He's playing at UCLA in his senior year now, right? The one thing we haven't hit is the NBA yet, but it's coming.
It's
Yeah.
gonna
'Cause he's
go.
working
Because
it.
he's going to keep
Yeah,
working.
okay, yep.
The obstacles through that though,
Yeah.
we just said, no, this is the goal. Let's stick to the goal. And
Yeah.
then Elijah was the other one. It was, I don't think we ever wrote it down, but what Elijah wanted, what mom wanted, and what dad wanted, as up and down things get,
Right.
he's hitting every goal.
Yeah.
To the Team USA workouts, to being
All
to
McDonald's, all of it.
We knew he was going to reclassify in 7th grade. It was part of the plan. Like we knew he was going to be ready at this point, and it all happened the way it happened.
Yeah.
And he's where he needs to be, right? Literally through the fire and all. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, through nothing but the grace.
Right.
Okay?
No,
Man,
nothing. But he's there, and he's in that place where it's like, dang, okay, I got to keep doing what I'm doing. There's a plan behind it all.
Yeah.
So,
Is that how you handle things typically when you're dealing with these young athletes? And, now at the younger age, they're already starting to feel the pressures of trying to get into like a D1 and,
Oh,
and
man.
college. And even
It's-
you're dealing with them in middle school. So they're thinking about which high school to go through and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you kind of approach with all of them to help them kind of navigate the pressures around that so that they're not putting too much on themselves, but also are getting to
moving
where they're trying to
forward.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to be a guide. I'm the pressure release, right? I
Yeah.
literally had a conversation with a parent yesterday of a sixth grader going to seventh grade in my program, and I told him, I said, hey, I want you to stop having to worry about his basketball stuff. Like, you have a whole business to run. You have this, you have that, you have all these things. Let me do that for you. Like, literally what I do every day. Like, let me be the best me. That's my space. This is what I do. So I'm that pressure release. So I help guide you to make it simple from point A to point B, right? She had it planned out. So she had this is like, oh, the boys they're going to core in middle school. She knew this since 3rd or 4th grade.
Yeah,
I
easy.
heard her like,
Yep.
I didn't even meet her.
Right.
But Laura was telling me, oh yeah, Gloria already said that the girls the boys are going to go to core,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, bet.
Cool.
That's
Yeah.
two kids I could count on being here. That's,
Right.
that's
Look at us doing
great.
things. Yeah.
I was
So-
talking about mapped out. I was like, and then
And that is what I do. I go through a whole consulting process when kids leave the 8th grade, where I'm helping them get to the school where it makes the most sense, where they get the financial aid they need, where they're going to thrive socially, where they're going to get the basketball opportunity they want. And so I know every basketball coach. I know most of these ADs. I know the admissions processes. So that pressure, that's the biggest time in parents' lives, is deciding 2 things, high school and college.
Yep.
Where they're going to go.
Yeah.
And so I try to take all that pressure away. When you get to 8th grade, I got you. I got you. In
Yeah.
the beginning, I start August. I send out a questionnaire of, hey, what schools are you looking at? Where do you want to go? And all those things. And so for the student who is worried about all that,
Yeah.
call me, I guess. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, because your parents should be giving you the resources to lift that off you. Your
Right.
coaches should give you the resource to lift that burden off the kid,
yeah,
and understand that it's all about the work.
I love that.
Fall in love with the process. Get your butt in the gym. Do all the health stuff you're supposed to do, strength and conditioning, nutrition, all that stuff. You focus on being the best version of you. A kid should not have to worry about where, like, if they're going to get NIL money.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
crazy.
Yeah,
Right.
If
wild.
you get good, you're going to
It'll
get NIL
come.
money.
Yeah.
come.
How do you
And,
how do
yeah.
you balance that though? I mean, you talk about doing the work. How do you balance a kid burning out?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because that's 17. That's a lot of work. I tell the boys all the time, it's a lot of basketball. And there's so much conversation about AAU programs, too much, to this, to that. How do you balance? Like, how do you help parents and kids balance that?
It's giving them that education of what does it take to be a pro, right? So all of this at the end of the day is about being a professional, whether you play basketball or you run your own podcast or you run your own business or you do anything. It's about being a pro. And so what do pros do? They do the same thing. They have discipline, they have routine. And so that's what it's about. It's about the discipline and the routine you put together that sees you through from your 8th grade year. So when they're younger, you try to figure out who they are. But from 8th grade through your whole high school career, you should have the same routine. You should be training at the same time every day. You should be focusing on, hey, this is my skills development piece. This is my shooting piece. Here's my strength and conditioning. You should get some meal planning or nutrition advice consulting in there so you can be a pro. These pros, LeBron James is the best at it, man. I've never seen somebody, this man walks in the gym with a suitcase, a little baby suitcase with a roller bag.
Not a baby suitcase.
No, baby suitcase. Well, I mean, that man is like 6'9", so everything,
Right,
you know,
it's
a little baby
small.
suitcase,
Okay,
right?
Little fanny
And
pack.
he has his pre-workout. He gets to the gym. He beats everybody to the gym
Yeah.
still. We work out at 5:30 a.m. when he was shooting Space Jam 2. We worked out at 5:30 a.m. every day. He was there at 4:30.
Yeah.
We never beat him to the gym.
Yeah.
I'm not getting up. I'm like, no, I'll
Right.
we don't start
Let me
till
tell you,
5. I'll
you're
be
not
here
gonna
at
be
5,
Right,
5:10.
exactly.
I'm not getting there at
Ish,
4:30.
yeah.
Absolutely not.
But he was there already in a sweat, already ready to go. And then post-workout, he has his massage person there. They doing footwork drills with soccer balls, with like all this kind of stuff. He's just so prepared. And that's why he's been able to play 20.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
on his
yeah.
23rd year in the league.
Yeah.
And I took that and I'm like, man, let me get a kid to just apply this to their life. And that's what we teach them. Is like, hey, core is every day. It's a class. You have to go here. You get a grade for coming to school to do this.
Sure.
And you have to do the work or you're going to get a bad grade.
Yeah.
Now, it's basketball. Most people get A's. But you know what I'm saying?
But you gotta set
Yeah.
it up that
You
way.
gotta- But I
also
so
think
that they
that-
understand it.
I also think that students forget that like being great is also boring.
Oh, man.
Right?
Yes.
Like the repetition in that.
Yep.
You know, Derek says it, you guys say it like all the time, like you have to do the same thing down every single day, every single time. Kids want to come into the gym, just start throwing up threes. You know, they want to start just automatically going to stuff. It's like, no. This is the whole
It's a
process.
checklist.
It's the whole process.
Yeah.
And they want to skip past the journey so bad. I'm I'm like, y'all need to slow down. Like, kids, relax.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's so much.
We're
it's
in
crazy.
a elevated sense of everybody's hyper aware of where they are because of social media.
Right.
Right.
That's
And
true.
they're seeing the reaction that other people are getting. They're seeing, what they think is happening from the outside looking in or whatnot. And I think it has rushed us as a society to feel like we have to get to wherever we're trying to do faster in a way that is going to get a lot of attention faster. And so I wonder for you, because I think that plays its part in I think we've always kind of been that way where we want to
now.
reach the goal.
I
But
want it
I
now.
think now it's even more expedited. When we're talking about structure, because it is mundane, but they are kids, right? And so being able to add in social life on top of that, but also being able to understand how they're carrying themselves from a social perspective, social media, what they're posting, how they're posting, all that stuff. Is that also stuff that you tend to talk with them about? How are you navigating, kind of dealing with them as the medium is ever changing and evolving and getting more involved in what you're doing?
No, absolutely. It's we do training. We do social media training.
Oh,
we
good.
tell them what to post, how to post it, on which social media outlets. We let them know that nothing is ever disappears.
Yes.
Like literally, I had a kid. This is years ago when social media was brand new, but he was using Snapchat. Oh, stuff disappears on Snapchat.
Oh.
He was, after his freshman year in college, was caught smoking weed on social media. And I'm like, I got it.
Right.
I got it. And I call him, I say, yo,
What?
if I'm seeing this,
Yes.
do you think your coaches are seeing this? Do you think, and at the time he had NBA scouts on him, like he was doing his thing. And it didn't work out for the NBA, still playing pro now. Great. But I'm like, if I'm seeing this,
Right.
what do you think?
Yeah.
Who else can see this?
Yes.
And so that's probably the worst case scenario where and his coaches end up seeing it. And his college career just plummeted.
Yeah.
From that one moment, it just
It impacted
plummeted.
the whole thing.
He didn't even get to play his senior year.
Oh, geez.
Really?
He didn't even get to play his senior year. He finished school and then, hey, I need help. How do I get? I'm like, hey, let's get you overseas. And we went to a camp in Vegas where they had a bunch of scouts. Thank God he's freaking good. And so he hooped,
Worked out,
and he's been playing overseas
Yeah.
for 6 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that one moment, but it's also these kids group text messages.
Yeah.
It's about your environment. And so they don't understand that even if you're involved in this group text, if you're in there and you're not posting crazy stuff, you're still in there.
Yeah,
part of
That's
it.
guilty by association.
Once a year, we have a group message in core amongst the core kids where somebody is doing something just ridiculously stupid. And every single one of them get in trouble. Every single time. I don't care if you posted, didn't post. I say, you're in this group. You're in an environment that's going to get you in trouble.
That's
And that's
good.
how this basketball thing works. If you're in the wrong room at the wrong time, I have friends who were in college who happened to be at the party where somebody allegedly did something and they went to jail. They literally went to jail for it because they were around it.
You're there.
And of course, they're going to guess who they choose first? The basketball player,
Of
the athlete.
course.
They're going to make the
Immediately.
example out of you.
Yeah.
And so every year we do social media training. We tell them that's why we build their identity, is that we don't want you looking at this thinking rankings don't matter. I prove it to them every day. My top 8th graders don't even play basketball anymore. My top 8th graders don't even play.
The middle school rankings crack me up. I'm like, that's
I saw
adorable.
2034 rankings today.
Stop it.
Oh no,
Lord.
2034. And one of my homies is number 1. One of my homies' kids is number 1. And
Wait.
he's actually nice though. He's actually really good.
2034?
We don't even know if we still gonna be here come 2034, child. That's hilarious.
That's
But,
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, but even that is like you ask how to balance that, right? That pressure and all of that is you gotta take it away from them sometimes. You got to give them a social media. We need social media breaks as adults. I tell the kids who are really struggling mentally, get off social media. Get off of Instagram and just work and watch how much better you get. You're wasting time looking at these posts instead of being in the gym shooting. Replace the habit, right? This is a habit,
Right.
right? I just went on 40 days without social media and I did not. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Like I was
Yeah,
clear.
it's
I
amazing.
thought I was my thinking was clear and spent more time engaged with my kids. Like I wrote a book.
Right,
outside.
I wrote a book. Like it
It's
was
wild. Is that son? Yes.
it was awesome. And so and I realized that after 2 days of being off, I was picking up my phone, looking for the app. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just got out of my car. Why do I have to get on Instagram? Oh my
Right.
gosh, I just hung up on my wife. Why am I going on social media?
Yeah.
Like, it was those little things, those little moments. And I'm like, man, these kids have to get off of it. And I tell them this too. You don't want to be ranked number 1 in 8th grade. You want to be ranked when you finish high school.
Right.
That's how you get to college now. Don't be ranked in the beginning. Be ranked at the end. The people who receive all of that attention early on, they usually decline because they're under a microscope.
Yeah.
I tell kids, hey, stay away from the rankings. Like, I literally hide kids from social media and the big camps and all that stuff until I let you do it in 8th grade. Go get a taste of it. Okay, freshman year, let's see where you're at, but let's be in the gym.
Sure.
Sophomore year is when college coaches can call. June 15th of your sophomore year. That's when it matters.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's be ready on that day.
Yeah.
Let's not be ready in 8th grade when, you got
But even
these
learning
kids dunking
how
and stuff, yeah.
for them learning how to deal with popularity, right? Like, because then you become the man, right? Like even at these younger levels, and now everybody is coming at you, right? Now these people also want to be friends with you, or these girls, now they interested in, like that kind of a thing. Like, even navigating that portion of things, how do you advise them in terms of like, it's cool that you like popping and like be popping and feel popping, but like make sure you're aware of your surroundings with that and knowing how much of it to like internalize and how much of it to kind of,
Stay away from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of that comes from the parents. A lot of that comes from the parents. I haven't, kids come to me, so I have an open door policy. You can tell me anything as long as you're not going to be in trouble for it. You know what I mean? Like, if you ain't dying, if you ain't going to jail, if somebody ain't pregnant, you can tell me anything. And you're this confident with me. I only have to tell your parents if it's something where it's detrimental to your life, right? And so they come to me with those things, and we just talk through them. And I ask them, I'm not done, boy. I know what you was doing this weekend.
Yeah.
I was talking to some of the boys this weekend at Peace Jam. I know where you at, man. You better get your butt in the gym.
Yeah,
you need to replace what you're doing with these other people and get your butt back in the gym. I could tell because you sit on the bench because you're not training.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And so just being real with them in those moments and giving them examples. We have a lot of people who come back who have made it and how focused they were and how they got away from all of the distractions, right? The 3 killers of basketball players. Do y'all know?
No, I feel like maybe.
Cars,
Oh,
alcohol, drugs,
yeah.
girls.
Yeah.
Girlfriend. Girlfriend specifically. This is it. So cars, we all know, car accidents.
Sure.
Drugs and alcohol,
Right.
getting caught up in that.
Right.
Girls is the
Girlfriends?
girlfriends is because these kids don't want to leave their girlfriends. They want to
Baby.
stay close to home to be around their girlfriend.
Yes. it
When
is a
they're
thing.
better opportunity to get better. So if she your girlfriend, she gonna stay down. She can stay down
She'll
from
be
the
all right.
distance. But
Yeah.
also, y'all too young to be focused on that.
Thank you.
Anyway.
I was waiting for that.
This
I
is
was like,
literally
time out.
the argument that is happening with
All
my
the time.
brother and his son right now, my nephew or whatever. He's in college and, he got a little girl. He's a little lover boy. So he got a little girl. And my brother's like, dude, you're in college, bro.
Have a
Like,
great time.
You don't need, like, it's a distraction for one.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because the numbers started dipping when he got the little girlfriend, like all that type of stuff. So that means, to your point, you're not where you're supposed to be, which is in the gym doing what you're supposed to be doing anyway. But 2, like, you're planning a lifetime and you're 22, bro.
Right.
Like, trust me, by the time you graduate and move on, you didn't even know this girl exists. Like, like in reality, and sorry, but like, it just,
That's
it
the truth.
is what it is. But that is a constant conversation
Right.
that he's having to have with his kid around that.
That is that's what we talk about is, hey, basketball is your actual girlfriend. And whoever you're talking to needs to understand that
Right.
this comes first right now.
Right.
So they really, if they in the gym shooting with you, there's no kisses in between. They're literally rebound for me and pass me the ball because this is what I'm on right now. And you have to time manage, right? And that's the other part that we give them is how to time manage is how much time are you spending on the things that are important to you?
Yeah.
The video games, the girlfriends, I don't know, just texting and
Yeah.
scrolling.
Yeah.
Like you have to limit that to get to where you want to go.
Yeah.
Some people have it better. If you 7 foot, you might be able to have a girlfriend. I ain't gonna lie, right?
You
If you're
play a little
fat,
bit like,
you're
yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
Most of you are a little guards trying to make it in a
Big man.
Guard
yeah.
heavy world.
Yeah.
And so these are the things that you have to focus on. These are the things, this is it. This is the plan. And so how not to get burnt out, right? This is how we started all this. How not to get burnt out is you also have to show them a little bit of success by doing it the right way early on, right? And so giving them, as a trainer, I give them a move that's hard to execute, but I teach them really, really well so they get it. Hey, look how much better you got right away. I teach them defensive stuff where I'm really good at teaching defense. So if I teach you something defensively, you're going to see a result right away almost if you do this.
Yeah.
And so showing them little successes in the beginning, like, oh, so if I work hard and I do this the right way, I'm going to get the result.
I like that.
Cool.
Yep.
And so core traps them. You in school.
Yeah.
So I trap them in showing them, hey, if you work and you do this the right way,
Yeah.
and you keep your focus straight, you're going to have good results quickly.
Easy.
I love that.
I know, me too. Give us a little, like, how did it start for you real quick? Like, where are you headed? You know, you have your own podcast now. You host Elevate Your Game. Like, you've got a lot going on. I feel like people just see the tip of the iceberg for you.
That's actually it.
Really, that's all I've got.
It's not a lot. No. You know, in this moment, I'm focused on core. We recently switched schools where our flagship location was after 10 years. And so we're actually moving to the rival school, Village Christian
That's
School.
wild, yeah.
And it is great. Our first year, we have 56 kids in the program, which they thought that we were only going to get 25. I told them,
Yeah, dare to
like,
dream.
like,
Right.
yeah,
Like, I do
okay,
this.
that's
Yeah.
what we do. So that's going to, that starts up in August. So really focused on making sure we deliver a strong program with the new school and create something even more special than we have the previous 10 years.
Yeah.
It's a good year to reset. 10 years feels like we completed
Yeah.
something.
Right.
And we made
Moving
an impact.
on. Yep.
We changed a culture and we changed the San Fernando Valley. I think these kids did, right? They changed it forever. Like everywhere you look, there's a kid who went to core, whether that's in playing any sport now too. It's not just basketball. We do every sport. And so it's like, man, we really made an impact in this space because these kids got their heads down and worked and did what they were supposed to do. So we want to do the same thing and extend that with Village. And then with Elevate Your Game, the podcast happened on accident again.
You got happy accidents. I love
Yeah,
that.
They're the best. They've been the best things in my life.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
when I stumbled upon something that just took flight and was authentic and genuine. And I had my event we call the Core Classic, where we have kids from core alumni from each high school play each other in a game on the weekend. I started interviewing the coaches, and the coach was like, "This is great. You should have more podcasts." I'm like, "Really?"
Right.
Look at me.
And our first episode was Katino Mobley.
Nice.
And so his son was in core, and I was like, "Hey, I'm doing a podcast." He's like, "Okay, I'm coming on." And then
Tuesday.
then I called Derek. Derek came on, and then Matt called me actually, which was crazy. Matt, this is when all the smoke was like really about to crack. He was like, "Yo, Todd, what up? I want to be on your podcast." I'm like, "Okay,
Right,
cool."
On
Yeah,
Tuesday.
come on,
Yeah,
right.
whatever day. And it just took off. Karina learned how to do video and edit. And
Shout out to Karina.
I know.
Shout out to Karina. We were doing, this is crazy, we were doing 2.5 hour shows. We would just talk forever.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
2.5 hour shows.
We've had
She
that.
was
Started
like
there.
hand editing them though, like taking her 3-4 days, maybe a week to edit each show. It was crazy. We've grown and now we live edit. And
I know that's
Right,
right.
takes 10 minutes.
We've learned a
now,
few
so-
things. We've
Hello.
learned a few
Yeah.
things.
And then it got more serious. We had a script, like before we would just free flow. And then it came more of a, man, I'm hearing people's journeys. The whole reason I started is so basketball people can hear what the real basketball community has for free.
Nice.
It's like how to navigate this world in the basketball space feels like a secret. And I'm like, why is this a secret? Like,
That's
but
fair.
see, it goes back to my childhood. Not my childhood, I guess, my high schoolhood. When I had a Division II offer, and this is October of my senior year, meaning, hey, you should probably take that D2 offer.
Right.
dog.
Yeah.
Hey, sir.
But my dad, me being the first athlete in my family, my dad was like, oh no, you got Division I's. I had Division I's who were interested. Never gave me a call, never recruited me. We heard through the coach they were watching me. And so he's like, wait, you might get your Division I offer. Didn't accept the Division II offer. Ended up in junior college. Went to junior college. The coach that recruited me then left that same summer. So
Yeah.
I'm stuck with the coach who didn't believe in me,
Even,
didn't know
yeah.
who I
Didn't know.
was, right?
Yeah.
So I was stuck. He told me my job was to set screens and play defense.
Damn.
I had a
Cool.
45-inch vertical, and I could hoop.
Right.
I
Like,
could
let's be
hoop.
for real.
And so got stuck in this place, but I blame the coach. I left the school, I didn't know the rules. And so I kept going to school full time, which made my eligibility keep going.
Down.
I moved back to California. I lived in Kansas at the time. Moved to California, tried to walk on SC Sun. This is the year they had 18 guys on their roster. They made the tournament that year. I used to hoop with all those dudes. They're all my boys.
Yeah.
I could hang.
Yeah.
It's just they had 18 people on the roster.
Yeah.
It makes sense to have a walk on. Just kept training. And so, but that moment where my dad didn't know sits with me. And I'm like, I don't ever want that to happen to another kid where I'm going to take that D2 offer.
Right.
Just hear me. Take that D2 offer.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And so I want to create that space where people are just telling the truth. And so we only have truth. We had a couple of non-truth tellers on the show, but mostly it's the people who are going to tell the truth. And if I had a non-truth teller, it was to expose them on the show. Yeah. And I kept it real with them. Like, hey, man, this is what you about. Defend it.
Yeah, be about it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And so that's what the show is for. It's literally almost 100 episodes with the top high school coaches, college coaches, NBA coaches, NBA players, AAU grassroots people of what it really takes to navigate this place.
Love that.
And so in our new season, when we rebranded, we used to be like, Fresh Prince theme, elevate your game with the graffiti, and then it turned into, elevate your game with Todd Wilson.
Come on, Todd.
Right, straighten out the tie
had a smile on the picture and all that good stuff.
And move that up.
It became about people's journeys.
Yeah.
And so we are teaching kids through those journeys of how to navigate the world. And we highlight that in their special skill, right? Yeah. All of us have a special skill. And that's what God wants us to use to serve other people.
Absolutely.
And so I'm trying to expose that skill. Sometimes they find out on the show. Sometimes they find, oh, dang, that is who I am. And, I as part of my gift is like, I see where people are supposed to be. Somebody, man, my god brother broke it down to me really good the other day because he told me, you see people how God sees them. Mm-hmm. Originally seen them before sin, before guilt, before all the stuff that the world contaminated them with. You see them as God wants them to be. And that's why you trust people so much. And that's why you tell people to go and do things, because that's where God wants them to be. And I'm like, oh, that makes a lot more sense, because I will stay connected and keep pushing somebody.
Yeah, you feel it, you know it.
They're not moving because they don't see who God told them to be, because they don't see that vision. But I keep talking. I'm the one who keeps saying it to them, and they're like, "Oh, you're like too invested." And I heard this about kids, like, "Oh, you think he's not that good?" I'm like, "No, I see it. He's going to be that good." And I've proven people wrong so many times on that front. Like, no, that kid's going to be good. He has the potential. I'm telling you, you have to do this. Mm-hmm. And we've made it happen with multiple kids. That's the gift, and that's the point of the show, is to reveal people's gifts and get them to their next thing. So we just point people back to where God called them to. It's like, this is what you're made for.
I love that. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, no,
everybody needs someone to believe in them, but more importantly, to show them who they actually could be. So that is incredible. It is Elevate Your Game. It's on all platforms.
All
platforms.
Yes,
so make sure that you check it out.
Question?
If you are a athlete yourself, a young person, a parent,
coach,
especially a parent, especially a coach, anything like that, that is dealing in the youth space. Because to me, though you may be specifically talking about basketball, it's all universal at the end of the day. No matter what sport you're playing, it's the same level of discipline, the same level of understanding, it's the same level of needing to still be good people. So please make sure y'all check it out. So okay, before we wrap it up, we want to do a little fun thing that we always do with everything. We do a thing called State Your Claim. So since it is a sports show, we need to know what teams you're repping, if you have any or player you're repping, if you have any faves in the various sports league. Okay. All right. So let's start with the NBA. Who is your favorite team and favorite player?
Okay, I don't have a favorite team because I trained NBA players for a long time. Okay. And so I like certain players.
It's hard to have
one. It really is. So growing up, I didn't like the Lakers. It was weird. And I'm from, Inland Empire.
I'm from LA and I'm a Clipper.
All my friends liked them. I like, man, y'all just bandwagoners, but that's their home team. But anyways, so I liked anybody but the Lakers, whoever they were getting beat by at the time. Which was dumb. This is when they were winning all their championships. So I was just being dumb.
You were really looking crazy.
Right.
I still was a fan of players on the team. But then when I moved to Kansas, it became OKC. right?
Okay.
Because that's
Yeah,
all
that's fair.
that's
Yeah.
all Kansas has.
That's
is
it.
whatever's near
Yes.
them. So we'll take OKC, and then
Fair.
now, I like players. LeBron James is the GOAT to me.
Okay.
And I'm maybe a little biased because I got to get in the gym with him. I
Of
wasn't
course.
able to get in the gym with the Jordans, Birds, and Kobe's and all those
Sure.
people. It's just his preparation and his commitment to being great.
Sure.
It's tough for me to see it any other way.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And his ability to be an all-around basketball player and
Right.
be great with all of
the
it.
things.
With
Yes.
all of it. And so it's no disrespect. Jordan was my favorite player, or my GOAT before.
Of course.
And
yeah.
my favorite player is Vince Carter.
Okay.
Yes. I
Okay.
had hops. And so watching Vince dunk.
Oh, got it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like that was-
forget about
he
it.
was brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
my guy.
I love Vince Carter.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my dream person to have on my show, Vince.
Okay. We're going to
You're
manifest
right. I
it.
was like, come
Come
on,
on.
Vince. Come on, Vince. Let's go.
Stop
Yes.
here. Stop
Right,
there.
exactly. Do
Yeah.
you.
Okay. All right. Cool. I like it. What about, outside of Brian, obviously, are there any
Mm-hmm.
current players that you're like, I really got my eye on this?
Especially the young
these guys.
kids.
Yeah, the
Yes.
ones that are really coming up.
Yes. I mean, SGA,
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
he's just killing. I really respect his game. I think Paolo Banchero
Yes.
is the next LeBron.
Love him.
Okay.
I think he's in Orlando, so
It's
they're
harder.
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
there. I think they're going to make a big jump this
They
year.
did really good in offseason.
And Paolo was hurt all
Yes,
year
and he
almost.
was hurt.
So
That's
him
so
coming back,
random.
He's
is-
so good. I love him.
I know.
Yeah.
And so
I love that.
So yeah, I really like Paolo Banchero.
I like it.
Banchero. So
Yeah, I think Orlando's gonna have a good
Banchero.
season.
I still don't know. It's Caro. Somebody
Don't
people say
look
it
at me.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
know
I
how to
don't
spell it. Yeah.
You know it, Paolo. You know who you're talking
Yeah.
about. No, I agree. I think Orlando's gonna be good this season. Okay, NFL. Do you football?
So I've tried every year to get into football. I sit
No.
down with my father-in-law I've been married for almost 12 years now,
Okay.
and I sit down seriously every year since I got married. Like, all right, this is the year,
Right,
man.
exactly.
Yeah.
This
I
is
am
the year.
in
Who's
it.
our team? And he's like, all right,
Who is
the
our
team this
team?
year is this. All right, let's do it.
And he doesn't even have a
game,
set team.
game, huh?
He doesn't even have a set team.
No, he likes black quarterbacks. He's
Fair.
kind of that thing. He just likes
Me,
black
you know,
quarterbacks.
Samesies,
And so I'm like, all right, game one. I got this. Game two. Okay. That's it. I
Right.
cannot get
Game
past
3,
game
you're like,
two.
I'm not gonna be able to
I
come
watch the Super
over.
Bowl. I watch the playoffs.
Yeah.
If my homies are like, yo, we're going to watch tonight. All my friends are Niners fans. Let's go watch the Niners game. Okay.
Right, exactly.
Sorry.
I was like, Lord have mercy.
sorry.
Why did you?
Yes.
Okay, well, listen,
Why'd you go
introduce me
down
to your
that?
friends, okay? Especially if they're single. Come on, Niners.
I got one.
Oh,
He a little short. Hey,
Where we both were
listen.
like,
when you start off with how tall is he?
Oh, he's
Oh,
No,
yeah,
that means no.
We can't.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no,
short.
that's
Hey,
unfortunate.
but listen, you got to get past that. We listen. We have to do a
Dude.
relationship episode.
I'm about to say,
I got some work for you.
We're gonna talk about this offline.
So listen,
because I don't think I
something-
can do a short king. Like,
So
all
look at
blessings
something
to
people
him.
don't know about me is that I've officiated 10 weddings and I'm a marriage counselor.
That's
and so
no kidding. That's
we can do a
awesome.
for real relationship
Okay,
show.
we're gonna
We're gonna do that.
We're
bro.
gonna do.
Oh,
we're gonna.
okay.
We're gonna do
we
two
will
things.
talk relationship and basketball. Like,
we'll do a love and basketball episode
Yes.
for sure.
Love that.
yes,
But
Love
also offline, we're gonna talk about what I'm looking for, so that when you come across him,
right.
you
Hear
can
her
just-
prayer, and then
I got
you know.
you.
Okay, cool.
Matchmaking is one of my goals in life. Yes.
Okay.
I'm very,
Listen,
very,
God
very,
gonna put
very,
you in the room you're supposed to
very,
be in when you believe it. Okay.
I'm very bad at it right now. So,
Oh,
yes,
well,
but we're going to get
okay,
there.
so
Karina knows.
being bad at it is crazy.
is wild. That
Okay.
you also know that.
I just
Exactly.
believe in love, you know? So,
Okay.
But
well,
okay.
we're
so,
gonna
yeah.
work together. We're
No-
gonna figure it out. But
no
Short
football
Kings
team.
feels
Yes, no football
okay,
team.
but no football team for you.
That's
Okay, so no
hilarious.
NFL team.
Yes.
What about college? Do you?
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I'm a all-time UCLA fan just from being in L.A.
Where did you grow up?
Basketball.
Yeah.
What side of LA did you grow
Corona,
up?
California.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I can kind of see that.
The Corona,
As an inner city
California.
LA kid, you go
I know, yo,
USC.
you see, yeah, my dad went to UCLA
Yeah.
too. There you go. My dad went to
Okay.
UCLA. He's
that
from
gives
Carson.
me a better.
And so
Yeah,
but
I
he
mean,
went to
UCLA.
UCLA.
It's like one or the
so that's
other.
why that's probably why too. And my
Okay.
dad had me when he was 19. And so literally grew up
Yes.
Right,
at
yeah.
UCLA.
Yes, that makes it make
I was
sense.
at his graduation and all that. So
Fair enough.
yeah, so
That's
UCLA,
awesome.
UCLA is probably the
I dig it.
and
I like it.
you know, the Matadors, Cal State Northridge, got to represent
Period.
alumni.
Listen.
Shoot, why not?
Listen, period.
I had to think about that. I was like,
Like,
what?
what?
Doors?
Yeah.
Hold on. My high school was a Matador.
CSUN used to be popping in the day. Okay, and then do you WNBA?
WNBA.
He better.
I better.
Yes,
Yes, I
yes,
do.
yes.
I like the Aces.
Okay.
Yes, I like the
Okay, I
Aces.
mean,
Just
yeah.
the way they structure things, like their level of play reminds me of the NBA.
Yeah,
the
I
level of
agree.
intensity, the energy, the coaching. Like
Who's your favorite player?
Asia
all that.
Cole.
Asia Wilson.
Okay.
What?
She's cold with it.
We got the same last name.
Period.
That's
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 it.
easy.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
Have you
perfect.
been watching
Cousins.
this season? You've been watching them this season?
And I've been traveling, so I've not been able to.
'Cause they've been struggling.
Like really, yes, they have. Because
Yeah,
you
but
know,
they always pick it up
I
in the
think
end.
I think they slept on Kelsey Plum's like
Trade?
her-
Yeah,
who
her
she
trade,
was
yeah, the
to
trade,
the team.
yeah.
Like I would have never done that. I
Yeah.
never thought they would do that. It was very
I was
weird
shocked.
for me.
I mean, I'm a
Yeah.
Sparks
I mean,
fan,
it's
so we're
very
happy
much
to have
so,
her.
yeah.
But
Yes.
I was like,
And she balling.
And
She's averaging the most.
listen,
She
I'm
I know
balling.
she's doing
here
well.
for it, but I was definitely like, oh, okay, this is the
Yeah.
thing that they're doing. Okay, do you
Yeah,
baseball?
there's-
Do you
there's
MLB?
No loyalty.
Who's that?
You don't know him?
I can't do baseball. So I do baseball in the playoffs. I'm a Dodgers fan.
Okay.
Just because I had like,
Yeah.
hey, if we're gonna just do LA, let's go do
go
Dodgers.
jump
And
on
cool,
it.
yeah, that's what's up.
good.
But
And
that's
so I'm
baseball's
such a
too
basketball
long.
You're
junkie.
just basketball through and through.
Yeah,
Okay.
I tried other sports. I watch tennis.
Okay.
So yeah, I do tennis. I'm a golf fan and
Nice.
not golf, Coco golf.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
okay.
okay.
I was
Yes,
like,
yes.
okay,
Go
that's
Coco.
slow
I'm
too.
I'm
Yeah,
not trying to jump the sports for
Yeah,
yeah.
right. Yes, go Coco.
And so
Okay.
I do watch a lot of tennis though.
Okay, I love tennis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
tennis
so,
is fun.
but yeah, I'm a hooper, man.
Yeah.
That's
Are you
fair.
a like go to a 7th graders like middle school element? Like, are you that all the way
day.
through?
100%.
Well, that
God.
that makes sense.
I know, but like him and Derek, I'd be like, really, they're 4. What are we
Don't
doing
care.
right
It's
now?
hoop. Like at
Exactly.
Peach Jam, I
Like,
was
yes.
in heaven this weekend.
Loved it.
Every moment was like, I told my wife is a gamer. I'm like, me sitting in the gym all day with no responsibility is like you playing video games and eating
Right.
Cheesecake Factory all day. Like, you're in heaven, aren't
Don't
you?
play
Yes.
her like
Okay.
that.
Oh no, that's what. No, it's not playing her. That's
right,
what.
but
That's what she does to
That's what she
relax.
does.
That's her relaxing.
Yeah,
It's like
lady.
let me get some good food, good almost
Right.
expensive
Right.
food, and play video games. She's straight, and I'm
Right.
like, that's how I feel in the gym. It's like peace.
I love
Yeah.
Just
that.
feel peace.
I love that y'all know that about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you each have your
Find
thing.
that balance
Yes.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, if you had to put, we'll wrap it up on this. If you had to put together your starting 5 of, it could be any player in any generation, of
yeah.
anything, right? That. But if you're starting 5 all time NBA starting 5,
Okay, LeBron James,
LeBron James,
Lebron.
Uh-huh.
LeBron. Yeah, I would definitely go LeBron. I would go. I'm gonna go Shaq at the 5.
Okay.
I think they can work well together. I'm gonna have to go. Man, this is good. I think I'm gonna have to go Michael Jordan.
Okay.
I'll go Michael Jordan just because he can play both sides of the ball, and he's something like a GOAT, just not the GOAT. Yeah, I'm trying to start beef. Let's talk.
It's like,
LeBron's my go, so I'm in it with you.
I'm gonna go Tim Duncan,
oh.
Okay.
because this is my 5 to win.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
building-
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Not
I want
necessarily.
Tim
yeah,
Duncan
yeah,
because
right.
I believe he's the best power forward ever to play the game.
I agree.
And then I gotta throw Vince Carter in there.
Right. I was gonna say,
Because
how
he
not? Yeah.
once again somebody who could play both sides of the ball. Shot 39% from 3 for his career. Can pass it a little bit. So
So Jordan's playing your guard, or you having
LeBron's
LeBron's
playing
playing
point.
guard.
LeBron's playing point. I got Jordan and Vince on the wings.
and then Tim and
Shaq.
Shaq underneath.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
we're
a
like,
big
okay,
team.
There you have it. They're
Yeah.
a
They
big
got
team.
They are a
length
big
and-
team. That's pretty fucking tall.
I like
My
it.
goodness,
They
I
can
like
guard.
it.
They can
right.
guard. Yeah.
Well,
not bad.
once again, we want to say
Thank
thank
you.
you, not only for being here, but for what you're doing. It's important. It is necessary. It's refreshing.
It's
and so,
appreciated.
yeah, so we're grateful for that. Make sure you guys check out Elevate Your Game podcast. And yeah, we appreciate you being here.
Yes,
Absolutely.
no, thank you guys again. This was awesome. I know the boys, all the kids, we appreciate you. And as parents too, we love what you're doing.
No, thank you for having
Absolutely.
me.
Yes.
Amazing.
And y'all know it's another episode of Sports Scene, so make sure that you like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend, pass it along, do all the things.
All the things.
And also make sure that you're submitting your questions to us. You can go to the email address that is showing down here, sportscenepod or something like that at Gmail. It's on there.
You can slide into DMs.
Or slide into our DMs on any of our social media platforms and submit us any questions you guys might have of any sport, and we're happy to answer it on our solo episodes. All right. So I'm Erica. That's Gloria, and we will see you next week.